And we should be live. So, hello everybody, I'm Sushikat, and I hope you've all had a fantastic day.
And I am Mortal, and I've been dragged in to cover for the lack of guests this week.
And I am. 1 minute.
And I am unable to remember my name.
It's because I had the stream playing and I had to mute the stream.
Reese here is the dead air that you'll occasionally hear.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm
Aren't
just
you
some kid. Yes, I'm some little kid who got brought here against my will.
Yeah, we just found this orphan straggler on the street and dragged him in. It's like, we need a third wheel.
Yes.
He's actually tied to a chair somewhere in Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
We work fast.
Good God.
What is happening? Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, let's not break the let's not break the unfortunate chimney sleep out again. So this week, I've only actually got a couple of stories that I found on a similar subject. And why the hell is it tweeted up in Arabic? My God.
I know, I see that too.
What, we're coming up in Arabic now?
Yeah, they tweeted up in Arabic.
It's in Arabic.
But yeah, we're talking about alternate realities today.
Because we couldn't find anything to actually rage about.
Well, after the last couple of weeks, having something a bit lighter to talk about is kind of nice,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and we have a Mr. Vane in the comments right now. And I will say, guys, Mr. Vane is fucking awesome. You should check him out.
I have absolutely no idea who you are, sir. Hello.
So I'm actually going to start with the Trump story. That one there gave me giggles. I mean, they both gave me giggles, but this one here gave me giggles. So the title, and it's a CNBC News, CNBC.com news article. It's like, this equates as news at the moment. It's fucking brilliant. Physicists assure us that we're not living in an alternate reality where Trump is president.
People needed that assurance? I mean, seriously. What? I know this is kind of a bit over the intellectual level of pretty much all of us, really, because I don't properly understand it. But by the very nature of the many worlds interpretation of chaos theory and quantum physics, it's impossible to exist in an alternate reality. They're all equally valid at the same time. There is no true history to diverge from. It just, wow, the narcissism implicit in that question. I mean, what? I'm trying to work up either outright amusement at the idea, like Kat had, or indignation, but mostly I'm just confused.
So should I continue on with the article?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. There's a theory going around online that CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, experiments have caused the world to shift into an alternate reality where Donald Trump has become president. As most people would agree, this clearly can be labeled fake news. Quote, CERN's research captures the imagination of lots of people, which is why CERN has been featured in a lot of science fiction books. even movies around the world, a spokesperson for CERN told CNBC when asked about the Trump theory. Quote, these imaginative words, inspired by our scientific research, are works of fiction generated to capture the reader or viewer's sense of wonder and should not be confused with the actual scientific research. Why do they have to actually say that? Why is this classed as news?
Because people are so convinced because things should have happened one way that now they've happened another. They are convinced that they are in fact splinters of the true whoever that is living in a Clinton administration.
Yeah, it's just stunning that the level of the level of fucking handicap these people are showing is like when this has to be released as a news article, it's just like, wow, really?
It's like it's on a level of some shit like Dara O'Brien said on Mock the Week. It's like, no, Kim Jong-il is not hiding nukes on the moon.
God.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, guys, this is not Sliders, okay? We are not extras in Quantum Leap. This is real. Deal with it, you fucking idiots.
I mean, Ruth, what was your take when you first read this this article? Because I did send it out to you. So
What, the CNBC one?
yeah, the one on Trump.
God, I read it. I swear to God, people could not be more freaking retarded.
Yeah, Trump theorists cite the Mandela effect, a phenomenon that occurs when large groups of people believe something happened, even though evidence shows it isn't true. Some think more of these incidents have occurred since CERN was established and suggest that its particle physics experiments are causing the world to shift into parallel universes. People are recalling the original reality, which is why there is divergent thought according to believers.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this isn't the Nelson Mandela effect. This is the Emmett Brown effect. We gotta go back in time, Marty. We've totally fucked history. Doc, I'm 56. No time, Marty. Wow. No, that sounded more like Rick and Morty than fucking Back to the Future. Christ, that actually could be a Rick and Morty episode.
Yes, it could. I'd watch it.
When you're fucking when your news
actual
articles
news story
sounds like a cartoon show, there's something wrong.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you've got a lot of cases of art imitating life, and vice versa. But this kind of pushes the limits of credulity. Although I would not put it past various different TV shows and such in the future to do episodes of like what ifs. Or posit situations where their characters cause the world to drift into like the Clinton timeline, as it were, and like criticize and evaluate the differences.
Am I the only person that doesn't like the idea of living in a alternate reality where Clinton is
Oh God.
is president?
I don't fucking know. I mean, from my perspective, it doesn't make much difference one way or the other. They both shit.
Yeah, but at least one of them wasn't trying to advocate for war.
Yeah. But nobody in America can seem to agree which of them it was. Oh, Jesus.
Mandela effect examples include thinking Nelson Mandela died in jail in the 1980s, mistaking Berenstain Bears for its actual name, Berenstain Bears, and believing in a 1990s movie where comedian Sinbad played a genie, all of which are false. In Trump's case, conspiracy theorists have cited evidence, like his quote on terrorist attacks on Sweden and assertions that Muslims were cheering in the streets after 9/11. Now, I'm actually going to pause it there because the terrorist attack on Sweden that he supposedly quoted wasn't that. It was a Fox News article he'd seen the night before that was talking about immigration and the effects it's had on Sweden. It had nothing to do with the terrorist attack. He didn't reference the terrorist attack at all. He said, look at what happened in Sweden yesterday, or words to that effect. I don't have the direct quote. So, yeah, there wasn't any specific terrorist attack. It was the overall situation there. And there were Muslims cheering in the street after 9/11.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, I'm
You
sure.
know, it's like he wasn't fucking lying there. You know, that there were Muslims in the street going, woohoo, yay, you know, after that. So, you know, it's like both of these things that they cite as evidence aren't quite, you know, they don't quite have it right.
Yeah, it's the fucking tinfoil hat brigade, though. What do you expect?
Yeah. Both events, which they believe stem from memories of a parallel universe Trump used to reside in.
Oh, I see. So he's the universe fucking time traveler now.
Yeah, it's gone from us traveling between universes to Trump has just traveled between the universes. A shift could also explain a rash of unprecedented outcomes in sports, like the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series in 1908 and Donald Trump's election into the presidency, despite most polls, you know, those things which they sampled overwhelmingly fucking Democrats and people that weren't you know, people turned around and was like, I'm going to say I'm voting for Hillary because I don't really fancy getting attacked, even when they did vote for Trump. You know, those biased polls predicting Hillary Clinton was going to win. The idea has generated several joke threads and perhaps serious threads on internet message board Reddit. Are we sure Reddit isn't just trolling people?
Put it past fucking Reddit for all that it's more clean and less hostile. Reddit is every bit as lolsy as 4chan.
Yes, Reddit is going to be Reddit.
In fact, Reddit is probably more lolsy than 4chan. Jesus. This is what you get when you combine gullible idiots, the internet, and Chinese whispers.
Oh god! And I just like how they had all these idiots. They actually had to have physicists assure them. It's really,
yeah. No, you really are living in the correct universe. Don't panic. Should be handing out copies of the Hitchhiker's Guide. Although, let's be fair, Trump does look a bit like a Vogon, so...
I mean, for all the criticisms of Trump, I do kind of have to agree with the liberals on the fact that he does look like a What's-It in a toupee.
Yes.
Now I know why there's so many pictures of him as Pepe the Frog, because at least Pepe is a recognizable living creature. I mean,
you know,
Christ,
it's like, yeah, Go
We
on.
complained about Gordon Brown at the time, but at least he has a face that can occasionally look vaguely welcoming.
Just don't ever ask him to smile.
Oh god, that does look like Invasion of the Body Snatchers shit. Mr. Prime Minister, you're supposed to look friendly. Smile for the puppy. Oh god, put it away! You'd imagine like political aides in Downing Street running around with like censers full of holy water and shit.
We are terrible people.
Yeah, but
Hell.
I mean, you put yourself out there on like the political platform, you expect some shit. Let's be fair.
Yeah, you do.
It's the nature of the beast. It's just that the world leaders, like the prime ministers and presidents and whatever the hell else, they seem to come in for the worst of it, and immediately.
Well, they're under close scrutiny, though, aren't they? You know, it's like it doesn't really matter, you know, who they are or what country they are. They're going to be under scrutiny to, you know, anything that they do wrong.
Well, it's the highest office in the land, whichever land it happens to be. So I guess there's that. Although President Trump has come in for like more than his fair share, even being the president of the United States of America. And you can attribute that to his brash and kind of say precisely what you think, even if it's completely wrong personality.
Yeah,
I guess.
mean, he could well get himself into trouble just by opening his mouth and saying the wrong thing.
Yes.
You know, it's like I'm
That's
not
been
going to
proven.
deny that you know he could fucking screw himself up just in that regard. But
You're right.
one of the things that I found really funny is that I believe it was CNN, but don't quote me specifically on that because I don't have the article on me. But yeah, I believe CNN was the one that ran an article going, President Trump is doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, and they said that like that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like they're sat there and they're like, oh my god, freak out. And Trump is actually following through on his promises, or at least trying to.
Retreat to their safe spaces right now.
Oh no, well, a president-elect is actually doing what they said they do. Everyone fucking panic.
Hold on, I need to go to my pillow fort real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so I don't agree with everything that Trump's done and, you know, what he's planning on doing.
I don't even agree with most of it. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, but but you know, it's like you know, at least he is actually staying somewhat consistent with what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, it's not a case that you often see where a politicians are like promise 100 different things and be like all fired up on these various issues, and then when they're in office, they do the politically expedient thing, which he could have done. He could easily have fucking backpedaled and stepped down and gone quiet for a few months to make sure nobody fucking tried to kill him. Which, again, has been discussed at length in certain liberal, permissive, all-loving circles. But no, he comes right out of the gate pushing for the things that he got elected on. So if nothing else, you have to respect the fact that he's actually trying to do what he campaigned on.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like he recently is trying to push federal law over state law. Now, I understand that federal law does hold more weight and, you know, is usually the one that people go to for whether or not something's illegal. That, you know, that they're pushing federal law over state law on the legalization and selling of drugs, but specifically, no, not heroin, fucking marijuana. I don't know why my brain was just like, it's heroin, it's heroin. It's like, no, it's not fucking heroin.
It's really not heroin. Seriously, it is not. Nobody would legalize heroin.
No,
Heroin
no.
addicts.
Unless you were Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
You know,
well, I mean, he's addicted to Pepsi these days, though, isn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, you know, so I don't actually agree with that because, you know, if you're pushing it to, you know, be illegal in all states and push the federal law over the state law, that's a lot of jobs. And not only that, but you know, it's a lot safer to be buying it in a dedicated shop than it is buying it on the you know, on the corner from some strange guy in a hoodie.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Reese? You've got probably a better perspective on this than we do. What about the whole federal versus state law argument?
I don't really know.
Huh.
I'm an idiot with this kind of thing.
I mean, is that not something that you're kind of required to understand as a citizen?
I have no freaking idea. I'm an idiot.
Oh, fair enough. Then.
Sorry, I just read Mr. Vane's comment. It's like, yeah, it's like on a note of legalizing drugs. Yeah, it's like legalize heroin and remove all the warning labels and let stupidity have its course.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Maybe we'll actually stop.
Well, yeah, but you're not allowed to apply Darwinism to policy, social or fucking lethal, are you? It's just not allowed to do it.
No.
You can't just let people have fatal accidents because they're stupid anymore.
Yeah, so we have to protect the stupid people. We can't let Darwin's law just run its course.
It's like those guys who went fucking trout fishing with 20 pounds of dynamite in a dinghy. I mean, no, it was like 10 truck batteries or something. They did some ridiculously, stupidly dangerous thing. And they're like, "Oh, we're going to catch us some fish." And it's like both of them died.
We're going to catch us some fish right now.
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Yeah,
I mean, those words are fucking fatal, aren't they? Whenever anyone has ever said that, something has gone wrong and somebody has either ended up fucking badly injured or dead.
Well, I mean, you've got to do a certain amount of that, though, don't you? You've got to, in your life, pull a few "Hey, you'll watch this" moments and injure yourself.
Everyone does. Yes.
It's part of the learning process. Like for me, it was trying to jump from a bunk bed to a single bed when I was 4. It did not end well.
Yeah, I'm going to carry on with this article. So yeah, what's probably really happening is that people have lapses in memory, especially when they aren't paying close attention to details. No duh. In any case, CERN's research isn't focused on finding a way to travel to different dimensions. The facility...
Sorry, carry on.
The facility brings together physicists from more than 60 countries and 600 institutions to explore the structure of the universe, using the smallest particles and making them collide at almost the speed of light. Quote, when giving metaphors to explain CERN's research, I often compare it to geology, a CERN spokesman explained by email. Geologists study the patterns and structures of rocks to learn about the origin and formation of the Earth. Physicists study the properties and behaviors of subatomic particles to learn about the formation and evolution of matter in the universe. Everyone, bracket, from young children to particle physicists, close bracket, learn about the world by gathering data, making observations, and experimentally testing ideas. The researchers at CERN are applying this same methodology to learn more about the smallest components of matter.
Oh, God. So in 2012, the Large Hadron Collider was going to create a black hole that would swallow the entire solar system. And now in 2017, the Large Hadron Collider has shunted us to another timeline somehow. What the fuck? In 10 years' time, people are going to think that the Large Hadron Collider was responsible for World War III. Yeah. Don't worry, people. We have no responsibility for this. It's all the fault of Trump and them darn scientists trying to learn shit and make change in the world. How fucking dare they? I mean, let's face it. They dug up like 40 kilometers fucking diameter of Switzerland, built the single largest particle accelerator on the planet, discovered and confirmed the existence of the Higgs boson particle, which is kind of one of the foundational bedrock principles of our current understanding of like subatomic physics. And yet nobody thinks that these people have taken precautions or thought their experiments all the way through. It's like, no, it's not going to create a new star or a fucking black hole. It's just a very large particle accelerator. What the fuck do you think this is, Half-Life?
That is like guys going, it's responsible for Trump's election. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much what this article is actually debunking. It's like sat there going, guys, it's okay. This is actually the normal reality. We're not in an alternate reality because the Large Hadron Collider shunted us over into the reality where Trump is president. No, that's actually what this fucking article is talking about. It's like, holy shit.
I mean, you'd think people would realize if our entire planet had been knocked over into the reality next door, we'd occupy the same space as another Earth. So it wouldn't have been responsible for Trump's election. It would have been responsible of the destruction of two versions of Earth. Secondly, that other reality also has a Large Hadron Collider and would have been bounced into the reality next door but one. So we would all infinitely shuffle over one space like musical chairs, and nobody would know the difference. It's like, the level of just not applying the logic of the idea all the way through is amazing. But
let's not forget that logic is racist, and we shouldn't be quoting it.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my god.
I mean, oh no, we've been knocked into an alternate reality wherein Trump won the elections. Oh my god. It's like, no, that wouldn't work. And these are the reasons why. It's like people seem to learn their science from fucking movies. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody trusts real scientists to know what they're talking about anymore. Have you noticed that? Or doctors?
No, it's like nobody trusts anyone to actually say anything that they know anything about. You know, it's like, I have studied this in great depth. Excellent. I'm going to completely discount what you're saying and go and watch House.
Yeah, because House MD would not actually last in a real hospital. He wouldn't be fucking employed for more than a week, would he?
No, he really
No.
wouldn't.
It's like, it's not necessarily medical malfeasance or anything, but the fact of him not following any kind of established medical procedure, and also the fact that he's a fucking misanthrope, that doesn't help. They just get him fired inside a week.
Yeah.
Oh, well. At least
Yeah,
House has some grounding in real fucking like doctoral practice. You know, it's not Scrubs, which is there for the lols.
I actually quite like House and Scrubs.
Never watched any
No.
one of them.
I think
Well,
House appeals to like the cynic and the asshole in me, and Scrubs just appeals to lol fun.
so what you're saying is House appeals to all of you.
Yeah. Like, you keep trying to make sense, you won't be asked back.
But why do you think I haven't been here last week? My rant about various fucking things related to Islam and weaponry got me a very serious talking to from the boss. Unpaid leave.
Wait, I pay you?
I'm trying to convince you subconsciously to do so.
You'd be fucking lucky.
Well. See, is there any more to that article,
Okay,
or is it just pure stupidity?
No, that is the entire article. I've read the entire thing out, and yeah, it's just pure stupidity. But when I saw it, I just started to laugh, and I was like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing." And then I got this second article, which is thedailycaller.com.
Mm.
And
The Daily
I believe
what?
this was the one that it's thedailycaller.com.
I've
And
never
this
heard
is
of
the
it.
one that you really, really like, isn't it, Reese? Like, you love this article, don't you?
I like the sound of his mms. It sounds like the of a man who really hates something, but is making the noises in an ironic fashion.
No, I can't
So
stand it.
Answer is just perfect.
So yeah, I'm gonna read this one out. Like, the title is "Fake News Sites Lets Liberals Live in Alternate Reality Where Hillary is President."
Safespace.com.
Liberals seeking refuge from reality now have a fake news website where they can pretend to live in a world where Hillary Clinton is president.
Oh my god.
Quote, approval ratings for President Clinton hit 89%. End quote. Quote, confused by fake news, Redditors think Trump is president. End quote. And, quote, DOJ considers charging Trump with treason. End quote. Are just a few headlines featured on hillarybeattrump.org, a satirical news site devoted to covering stories from an alternate universe where Hillary won last November's election.
Oh, I have to agree with you, Reese. It is delicious.
The site's proprietors did not identify themselves online and did not return the DC's request for comment, but the articles suggest they have liberal leanings.
Really?
Like, no doubt.
The articles suggest it's like eating a fucking hot chili pepper raw and being like, this is mildly spicy. Wow, fucking understatements. At least the, what is it? The Daily Corner?
The Daily Caller.
Caller, right?
Yeah.
At least that has some like still got some journalistic understatement left. Does anyone remember that, like in the 90s, when newspapers and news on TV would actually tell you things that were like really serious in a kind of understated, playing it down sort of way?
No, I was born in 2003.
Fuck.
Yeah, Reese is he's certainly the youngest guest we've had on this on this channel.
Wow. I'm going to have to dial it back then, because the air might turn blue at some point. But yeah, that used to be a thing. Journalists used to deliberately obfuscate how bad things were, or emphasize how bad things were, by being very carefully facts only and restrained about what they're saying. Caller, well done. But yeah, this sounds like an augmented reality site, you know, where they're just plaster the things you want over the ugly cracks in the world you have to live in.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty much yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. And I've just opened up one of the articles on hillarybeattrump.org. I selected this one for Dr. Vane, or Mr. Vane, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to read this one out. Crisis at CPAC. Priebus confesses Sweden is, quote, safe and, quote, thoroughly lovely. Washington, D.C., a grievous divide involving senior Republicans' diverging attitudes towards a small, peaceful, and healthy Northern Europe is threatening to torpedo this year's CPAC conference. Across the country, GOP leaders were aghast Saturday morning when Reince Priebus broke with Republican dogma on ascending the stage at CPAC, where he publicly conceded that Sweden is, quote, safe and thoroughly lovely. Immediately, Fox News contributor Tuck Carlson tweeted, Sweden is the inner city, but a whole country of it. ISIS was founded there, #facts. At CPAC, gasps could be heard from the audience as Priebus tried to walk back his comments. Quote, is Sweden safe? No, I live in America after all, but it is a pretty safe place, and the polls show that people are happy there. Judging by crowd reactions, Priebus's improvised attempt at damage control didn't go down well. Shouts of fake polls echoed through the room, while dozens of pro-life leaders fainted, with one seeming to enter cardiac arrest.
Oh my god, this is the best kind of straw man. The kind that sets himself on fire. If I only had a brain.
God, I got mute. Hang on.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ! I mean, there's constructing
I'm
your
actually crying. I'm genuinely crying right now.
Probably because it's the funniest thing you've ever freaking seen.
Wow.
Oh my god. I'm really sorry. I can't fucking see. I'm crying so much.
There's constructing your own reality around you from deliberately fabricated news. And then there's taking the goddamn piss, isn't there? I mean, at least be vaguely believable. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
In other news, it does in fact transpire that God created the world in 7 days. He manifested in Israel this morning to tell everyone in person. I mean, that sounds about as believable. What?
But
People
it
fucking.
is stunning, isn't it?
It's
It
like
is absolutely amazing.
It's like a scene out of the fucking Simpsons, where people with opera glasses hear something they don't like and make that big deliberate faint. It's like that's what I saw in my mind when you read that.
I think I'm going to go to this website every day for updates.
Oh,
I highly recommend it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. If you want to just sit back and laugh, just go onto this website, because it is the most amazing kind of
accidental comedy.
But yeah, the comedy is just absolute gold.
Comedy Central doesn't have anything on this website. Like,
Robot Chicken wish they wrote this.
yes.
Oh, wow. And people are genuinely going to this website to shelter from actual news and world events.
Yes.
That is its stated purpose.
Yeah, that is pretty much the only reason why it exists, is as an internet safe space against
That's exactly
President
what
Trump.
it is.
I won't be afraid here.
How stupid do they think their audience are?
You have seen some of these people, right?
They can't all be that fucking retarded.
Yeah, they can.
Whoa.
So yeah, Mr. Vane, how did you like that article? And I didn't finish it. I broke down laughing about halfway through. But yeah, how did you enjoy that?
Is Sweden
you actually
and
live there?
Yeah, is Sweden and we quote safe and thoroughly lovely? Guy says rhetorical
question. It was just a wow.
Vane, you live over there, so you have a better idea of what's going on over there. Is anything in this article even vaguely like what it is like in Sweden?
I feel sorry for the Swedes, actually.
Me too.
I mean, first Pewdiegate and now this.
Yeah.
Leave Sweden alone. Oh, Jesus. All right, Kat, carry on with your. I'm
going to finish reading this article. Right. Actually, Mort, do you mind getting me a glass of water?
I'm kind of schnoodled in comfy like.
All right, I'll get one at the end of this article. Yeah, the Republican Party has been crippled by members' conflicting perceptions of Sweden ever since the 2016 presidential election, when failed GOP candidate Donald Trump accused Sweden of being a fictional country called World Map featuring Sweden fake news, and dismissed the existence of the Swedish people as unsubstantiated ruses. After Priebus's comments today, the failed presidential candidate tweeted, "Swedish Priebus. Don't listen to him. That country is hell. They don't even have normal fish there, just sweet red candy." Socialism.
I'm dying.
Okay. God.
Whether the Swedish people mind or are even aware that they are the subject of Republican scorn, ferment and woe is unclear, though recent polling suggests that either way they continue to be quite content. It's like the facts came from Comedy Central. Right there, it's like relief efforts have been mounted to save Sweden.
It came from Trevor Noah.
Oh dear God!
Kind of kind of off topic. You have to scroll up all the way to the top of this article and look at the. Look to the left. Look at the left picture. Why does it look like a freaking penis?
Yeah. Yeah, I have actually said that before. It's like that part of the world does kind of look like a dick.
See, I have a sneaking suspicion, and maybe I've been on the internet for too long, that this is actually a spoof site.
Like, yeah, HillaryBeatTrump.org is actually a 4chan troll.
Oh, please. Please. Paul, tell me that you did this. You will win all the internets.
God.
Sweden isn't even a real country.
Like Canada.
It's just a really big state. They don't know it, though. It's like you scratch the surface of a Canadian dollar with a coin. You'll actually find that it's got Abraham Lincoln hidden on there under the coating. Oh, God. Jesus. Is there more to this magical article?
No, but there are so many more articles on here.
Oh,
like the Ivanka announces new alt-right clothing line, not your grandfather's hood. Yeah. There's a lot of articles.
Yeah, the picture for that one is a picture of Ivanka and then a picture of a KKK member just fully dressed up.
Oh, yeah, because they do that now, like in public.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Wow.
Actually, I scrolled down a little bit and I found an article by the name of Clinton admits she fought ISIS in 2 previous lives.
I know, I just saw that.
Should we give that one a go, guys?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, please. It sounds like hours of entertainment.
I won't be able to sleep tonight. 1 minute.
Yeah, I really recommend this website if you want to just sit back and read something extremely comedic.
I just like how it has the Marine Corps in the background.
Oh, shit! I mean, it's not loading up for me.
There's fucking retreating from reality, and then there's
How the
just
fuck does Chrome run out of memory?
I've no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna link it in the Hangout chat. Mort, do you mind reading it out?
Sure, just link me quickly.
I am, because it's not loading up for me, because apparently my memory is full on Chrome.
Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. It's on the Google Hangouts one. See, I've got the main window open here on
yeah,
on the stream.
Yeah.
Let me just transfer the tab across from the Hangouts window to the stream window. Okay, cool. President Hillary Rodham Clinton, news from the real America where the majority rules. Clinton admits she fought ISIS in 2 previous lives. Washington, D.C. On Friday, President Hillary Rodham Clinton made a stunning disclosure about her spiritual history, telling reporters that the rumors of her long-standing opposition to ISIS were, at least, partially true. While this time I've only been engaged in the fight against the Islamic State for 15 years, I did in fact fight ISIS in 2 previous lives, she said. Disgraced former United States Army General Stanley McChrystal said the revelation that Clinton fought ISIS in 2 previous lives explains a lot. She's got eerily good judgment, and now I see why. After all, she's very experienced, he said.
Where's the trigger warning?
Clinton's admission has provoked during an unusually thrilling White House press conference, thanks to a heated exchange with Heat Street's premier right-wing fan fiction writer Emily Zanotti.
Sorry, 1 second, guys. I'm going to get a drink.
All right.
Okay. Zanotti has faced ridicule for her delusively denying that Donald J. Trump lost the election to Hillary Clinton by 3 million votes, according to PolitiFact. Since Clinton wisely decided against raiding Yemen 2 weeks ago, telling generals the plan was harebrained, ill thought through, and destined for failure, military brass intelligence officers and foreign allies have praised her military judgment and strategic acuity. ISIS has been demoralized since Clinton took office. Her prescient decisions to abort the Yemen raid has raised suspicions in other quarters, while right-wing news outlets accuse Clinton of knowing more than we do and hiding things from the public. When it was Zanotti's turn to address the president, she quoted Trump, whose election loss she cannot accept, and accused the president of fighting ISIS her whole adult life. Then demanded Clinton explicate her strategy in Yemen, yelling, "What witchery was this?" I'm just... wow. Jesus. Okay, that's not the universe next door where she just won. That's the universe 12 fucking houses down where she's an entirely different person. I love it.
This is so
It's
bad.
brilliant.
It's like a fake orgasm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they like I said, there's wish fulfillment and then there's utter fantasy. Well, this whiskey isn't going to be anywhere near as necessary as it has been in the past, but it's still very welcome.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. So yeah, that was not nearly as entertaining as the previous article, unfortunately.
Yeah, this was more or less. They should have gave you a trigger warning.
Fuck trigger warnings.
Hey, we're not far left. We don't need no trigger warnings.
No, we just get pissed off. And we allow ourselves to be pissed off and not label it as some kind of emotional imbalance. Because people get upset. Things offend us. And that's okay. The things themselves might not be okay.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the other ones to see if there was anything else that we might want to talk about, and I've just found the title of an article. God confesses he's a Hillary supporter in latest revelation.
Oh, come on. There are some things even I won't believe. What? I've got to see this.
And apparently, this is from Jerusalem. So,
wow. Hang on. Just hold the fucking phone here. This can't be real.
Hang on. Let me link it to you in the Hangout.
No, it's all right. I've got it here. I'll just scroll down.
I'm gonna Bible real quick. I need to go to the bathroom real quick and get some more water.
Okay, hon. Yeah, it's just, the articles on this are just absolutely amazing.
I'm sure that even if it was started with like a full intention to be a internet safe space, open quotes, I'm pretty sure that it's being hijacked by fucking just the usual trolling crowd.
It's being hijacked by Kekistanis, let's face it.
Yes. Let's hijack this fucking train and plow it into the station with screaming passengers on board. Okay. First things first about this article. It just instantly assumes the existence of God. So there's a good start for a laugh. Oh, okay, Mr. Bain, goodbye.
Bain is heading off now, so
Alas.
But yeah, I mean, it's just I'm definitely going to link this out and just be like, hey guys, just check it out. Just if you ever feel upset or blue or anything like that and you want a giggle, just come to this website. Guaranteed you'll find something to make you laugh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Who writes this stuff? Who runs this website? Who's curating this madness?
Do we want to know? Maybe it's Johnny Depp.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
What?
So, should I read it out?
Yeah, why not?
Jerusalem. In a rare foray into earthly politics, on Thursday, Almighty God told all true believers that he's been, quote, a passionate Hillary Clinton supporter since 2008, end quote. Revelation on Thursday. God said his son, Jesus Christ, has turned him into a President Hillary Rodham Clinton when she was still a young woman working for the Children's Defense
Oh my god, I need to
Fund.
read this real quick.
All right, so it's not even saying that Christ was reincarnated as Clinton. It's like, no, he saw this woman and all her good works and decided to invest her with the spirit of the Son.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're basically they're claiming that Hillary Clinton is a spiritual transgender.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna continue. Quote, look, I'm all-seeing, and she is a wonderful, dutiful, intelligent, honest, brave, and faithful person. And I say this as someone who's thoroughly tested her, end quote, he said. In November, President Hillary Rodham Clinton defeated failed GOP candidate Donald Trump in a 3 million vote landslide, dealing, quote, a mighty blow to the devil, God said. God said he was very impressed by what Clinton has accomplished in the first weeks of her young presidency, calling it, quote, a new testament to humans' capacity for humility, goodness, equity, and charity. Saying he is especially glad that she raised the minimum wage, quote, it was about time. God is registered Democratic Party voter in New Hampshire. Well, God said he did cast crucial ballots for Clinton in the swing states in both the 2016 primaries and the general election. He said hesitated to publicly endorse Clinton during the campaign out of fear he would alienate Bernie supporters and because he was, quote, convinced she would win, because good always triumphs over evil, and because it was my will. God blamed Lucifer, FBI Director James Comey, Russian President, and Vladimir Putin for attempting to meddle in the election and said he intends to punish them.
Amazing.
Quote, there's a special place in hell for people who try to steal elections from my favorite daughter, Hillary Clinton.
I hate my life right now. Why do we live in a world? Why was I born in this generation?
Would you rather be a millennial?
Oh,
No.
wow. Oh, so God is not only like confirmed to exist, but he's also now registered to vote in New Hampshire
Yes.
and has suddenly returned to us in person after a
Yes.
3,000-year absence to do the whole Buddy Christ bit.
Mhm.
I just, oh wow! I thought it was bad before, but this is just, oh, oh God!
What would Ronald Reagan think about this right now?
I bet Ronald Reagan just wishes that he'd had the internet at the time. Because if this shit can fly, he would have made so much use of it in the 70s.
He would have
Don't you
bombed
think?
it.
I mean, can you imagine Ronald Reagan with a Twitter?
Yes, yes, that'd be
Uh,
amazing. I would pray to him every night.
Ronald Reagan.
Matter of fact, I have a shrine dedicated to him in my room.
Yeah, confirmed. Reese's god is Ronald Reagan.
Yes,
yeah,
in
why
Reagan we
not?
trust.
Hey, for the longest time, most fucking conservatives in America have praised him by his name like he was some kind of saint.
He was, according to my father.
Ah, you see, now it all comes out. Now we know why you're on the right. It's a
Yep.
Freudian problem. It's all about your dad.
No, it's just that I was raised right to the right.
Oh dear. It's just a shame that this can't be a fake site, because I really want to believe that this is all a joke, but I know there are people on the internet right now reading these entirely fictional articles deliberately for the purposes of soothing their butthurt salt mining tears.
You forgot that they also have their pint of ice cream with them.
They have their what now?
Hey, don't be shitting on the pints of ice cream, dude. I could quite easily eat an entire pint of ice cream myself.
Oh no, ice cream, yeah. Actually, ice cream would go great with this site.
It
You know,
would.
like you sit down. It's like,
Dang it,
you
I don't
sit
have
down-
any ice cream anymore. Dang it.
Sit down with that and some cookie dough. It'd be like watching Bridget Jones's Diary all over again, but political.
Yes. That sounds amazing. Mom, we need some ice cream.
I'm going to read some political news. That's a thing we should all do before we absorb any modern politics these days, regardless which side of the fence we sit on. We should all get our favorite snack, put on our most comfortable pajamas, get some slippers, cozy up with a blanket, and just be comfortable before we go into it. Don't you think that would just soothe and sort of mentally prepare all the Triggly Puffs and the shitlords of the world? It's like both sides would be so much more chill after a good pint of ice cream.
You're making me hate myself right now.
Oh, well, I make no apologies for that.
Yeah, I don't either.
You were repeatedly warned.
No trigger warnings allowed.
Nope, there are no trigger warnings here. Although, actually, I tell a lie. A couple of weeks ago, I did have a bit of a trigger warning. But that was because what we were covering was absolutely fucking horrific.
Yeah, let's not dwell on that. This website, my God, it's golden.
I have this website pinned. I'm going to it every day.
Hey, and you know what's going to happen, don't you? It's like CNBC is going to get like the traffic results for this website, and it's going to be into like the 50 million range, and they're going to misinterpret that.
It was the Daily Caller that done the article on this website.
They're gonna see all the liberal news channels. They're gonna report off of this website. It is going to be hilarious.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I wonder how long it's going to be before we see like one of these articles up on CNN.
ABC News.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, oh my God, all the people of America, they need this support. And it's like, no, it's just the rest of the world going there for a fucking giggle.
I wonder how many feminists are at their dorm room right now in college just looking at this website?
Probably quite a few.
I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah, that's the sad thing about
So I can put my hand in that monitor and slap the crap out of them. Huh?
Sorry. Yeah, that's the problem with internet traffic stats is you can't tell who went where and why. You just get raw numbers.
Yeah. And we're all be like sat there going, hee, let's look at this thing because it's funny, and they're like, oh, see, look, people really need this.
I need a good giggle. Let's go to our favorite leftist thumb-sucking, ear-pulling, corner-facing site. It's like, I don't have to look at it. Don't make me look at it. I'm going somewhere else.
The bad thing about it is that there's my school and most of this United States public schools are making kids watch CNN, and it is hilarious. I'll just sit back. I'll lean back in my chair. My teacher gets mad at me and stuff. But except for when I call that kid an autistic llama. But but I'll just sit back and I'll listen to all the crap that they tell, and it's hilarious. I'm pretty sure it's a form of brainwashing, but
yeah, it's like if they can indoctrinate young into believing what they want you to believe, you're less likely to believe something else later on.
yes.
But it's not failing. It's not working. It's really failing because your generation, Reese, are the highest. It has the highest number of conservatives and right-leaning people in it in something like 40, 50 years.
Good.
Yeah, since the 70s, your generation is the single most conservative in the United States. It's like Generation Z are the ones who are just like, no, fuck all this. We'll decide, thank you. And apparently you're all going to the right.
Yeah, Generation Z is just like, no, fuck being forced to believe without actually any sort of looking into things and that. But they have they done polls on things like what kids your age are looking into when they're out of school and stuff like that. And one of the things that they actually, besides porn,
obviously that was going to be the top spot always.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you are or what age you are. The top spot is always going to be porn.
Yes, it is always going to be porn, even if it's 2 girls, 1 cup.
Rule 43, 34, motherfuckers, not 43. I don't even know what 43 is. I know what Rule 63 is. That's
it's
hot.
A number.
Oh, Reese, you need to lurk more, mate.
I'm good.
But yeah, and what they found is that kids your age are like going home and they're actually looking into news and they're actually reading other news sites and stuff like that and making up their own mind.
Well, they're more media savvy in general, to be honest. That's the thing.
Yes.
But yeah, so whereas the older generations are sort of going, well, I like this news channel, I will get all of my news from it.
Yes, that's how my dad did with Fox News.
The younger generations are sort of going, no, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to go and take a look into it myself.
Yeah. So congratulations, Reese. You'll get to fix what we fucked up. You're welcome.
Yeah. And we kind of have to say we fucked it up because millennials seem to be having a lot of fun trying to fuck things up.
It's our favorite sport. That was a nice bit of comedic relief, though.
It was.
I remember when our last week or the week before, our second topic of the day was paedophilia. So this is a nice bit of just light relief.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't have to be heavy all the time. Sometimes we can just sit back and enjoy ourselves.
Heavy.
Oh, hey, we have a visitor, a previous guest.
Oh, we do indeed. Hello, monkey.
Hi, monkey.
Hyperbole.
Yeah, hyperbole. It's been attached to monkey because in the first stream we done, monkey was our
Second.
guest.
Yeah, I know.
First.
Was he? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
and,
that is true.
And yeah, the monkey just kept saying the word hyperbole. To the point where the word hyperbole was starting to lose all meaning.
It just became a very strange sound that poured out of his mouth.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole. I want to see the hyperbole. Is it like the Super Bowl, but with
Yes.
5 teams at once?
Yes.
Yeah, we know
Jackie
you were
Chan's
drunk.
the
You were
coach.
trying. You were trying to outdrink me, and when I said I was on my third, you were like, "Shit, need to catch up," and then drank 3 in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
always a bad idea.
Monkey, I believe Monkey drank like half a bottle of whiskey to himself.
A full bottle, Mark, you. Like a full
Yeah,
size.
like one of the big bottles. Yeah, one of the big bottles. I think he drank like half a bottle to himself over the course of that stream, or like 3/4 of a bottle, or something stupid like that. So, yeah, he was very, very drunk.
He gets the Sushikat Rants Iron Liver Award.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
You can be like Lemmy and have a toxic liver.
But yeah, I bet Monkey was like properly fucking wankered the next day.
Wink.
Good thing we do this on a Saturday, really.
Well, that's the reason why I'd set it up for Saturdays, is that, you know, there's no school
Booze.
the next day. There's no, you know, not much in the way of work the next day, usually. Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry.
Oh, you see, I'm
Beautiful.
mute for that shit. Yeah, it amused me when he went off on hyperbole, because the first time I seriously heard the word used was in fucking Dragon Ball Z. when they had the hyperbolic time chamber, which is basically a temporal compression device that like accelerates time on the outside and slows it on the inside, so that like you can spend 2 minutes in there, and for you get like a full year of training in without having to eat or sleep. So I'm like, he's there yelling hyperbole, hyperbole, and I'm like, fucking hell, he's going to be able to spirit bomb by this time tomorrow.
It's a science fiction version of the Navy SEALs.
Oh my god, maybe we've been shunted into an alternative reality where I can actually do the Kamehameha.
Let me try real quick.
So I don't know, guys. Can you shout hyperbole long enough?
Yes.
It's like, fuck, I'm not in the Dragon Ball Z universe. I've actually turned into Saitama, and there is no joy in my life. Wouldn't that just be the shittest? Suddenly becoming One Punch Man for no good reason.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, we are
that
so
would
far
suck.
off topic.
Yes.
It's like all my hair would like drop out for a start.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, for someone that doesn't actually look after his hair, you're rather proud of it.
Not really. I'm just like, you know, I had short hair for most of my childhood, so
Oh god, I've always had long hair.
yeah. So it's like as soon as I had the opportunity, I just stopped giving a fuck, and I've let it grow since, with occasional like full-on massacres at the barbers. I'll go in there and they're like, you want it trimmed? You want it straightened out? Yeah, the kinks taken out of it? No, just fucking cut it all off. It's like, that is my version of hair care. Leave it alone for 7 years and then take a fucking hedge trimmer to it.
That happened when I cut my hair, because my hair was really freaking long a few months ago, and I went, to the barber shop, and I wanted to keep the length But this girl, she was just like, I'm gonna cut it all off for you. How about that? Well, she said that in her mind, and she gave me like a 1960s style freaking girl haircut. The first time,
Oh,
the first time, it was like second wave feminism haircut, and I had to go back, and there was a different chick there finally, and I finally got it sorted out. So, and
Yeah. So article.
yeah, we've drifted so far from topic, and I think the topic itself is dead.
Well, I was going to send us out on a final giggle.
Please do. I'm always more. I mean, I'm always ready for more Hillary actually won news, because this is fucking golden.
Hey, Reese, do you wanna choose one?
It's like, I'm serious. Rowan Atkinson couldn't have written this. Actually, Rowan Atkinson was never a writer of comedy, was he? Apart from his occasional stand-up bits.
Yeah. Clinton signs executive order making self-portraiture a valid form of voter ID. So you just hear Reese like sat there going, I hate everything. Like,
Very,
yeah, just hate all the things.
very briefly becomes Alex.
this this website's gonna make me go into a deep depression.
No, come on.
Gynecologist.
Just treat it as a joke, man.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, it is a giant joke.
just-
Why do you think I'm gonna go
it's
on here
just-
every day? I'm gonna tell my teachers about this website.
Yeah, you can give it to them as a learning resource for the class.
Yes. I'm gonna email my teacher right now. All right.
Gynecologist pronounces Kellyanne Conway's vagina, quote, perfectly healthy. Diagnoses stage 4 cancers, quote, of the soul.
Wow, that is so fucking hard and spiteful. I mean, yeah, when you go to a place on the internet specifically designed to soothe your soul from the woes of the modern world you actually have to live in, do you really have to go there and immediately turn into a raging dickhead about specific people who happen to have terminal diseases?
Right, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I was... Thoughts on the quantum suicide theory?
The quantum suicide theory? I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, Monkey, you're going to have to explain that one.
Maybe we bring him in.
Yeah.
While he explains that, I need to go take another wicked piss. I swear to God, that water's not helping me.
Water, when have you ever done anything for me? Yeah, quantum suicide theory. That's a new one. Monkey will have to explain for us.
That's right, I'm sending him a link.
Okay. A link to the call. Yay, bonus guest.
Yep, bonus guest.
And we're only in the second round.
Well, I only actually had the 2 articles because I only found the 2 on Alternative Realities that I just found absolutely hilarious. And I kind of wanted to do something lighter.
Yeah, but this is some Futurama level shit right here. And this is like Reagan's head in a tank level of what the fuckery.
Yeah, Monkey, get your ass in here.
We've got a fresh batch of hyperbole right ready for you. It's cooling. It's cooling on the shelf.
Yeah, I hope you brought your bleach.
Oh, hey.
I hope you guys don't mind. My dog is joining the stream. My little
It's
rat.
alright. Ah, that's alright. I'm trying to get Monkey to get his ass in the call.
Yeah, to explain the thing he raised in the live chat.
Oh,
Wow.
I sent you an invite on Twitter, hon.
Should be in your notifications, I think.
Wilbert,
No,
you
I didn't.
freaking
I didn't
stink.
leave an open invite. I sent it in the DMs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is how
My dog.
slow of a political news week it's been.
Yes.
Well, no, there has been some pretty big news stories, but
Well, none of them got
you
our
know, for
ire
the most
up,
part,
though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
no, the transgender bathrooms argument that's going on in Texas, where they're trying to put a bill through where it's illegal for men to go in the women's bathroom and women to go in the men's
Which is
bathroom.
stupid, by the
You
way.
know, to me, that's just unnecessary and pointless. I mean, if someone's dedicated enough to want to go into the bathroom, there's no fucking them. They're still going to walk in through the door. There's not like fucking checkpoints on the door. So, you know, the whole thing is just pointless to me. You know, it's just causing arguments for the sake of arguments.
Yeah, this is not our Stotska. Also, hello,
Oh,
Monkey.
ow, ow.
Hello.
Sorry, my
Hello.
dog stepped on my penis.
Okay.
It's just jealous of his guest status. Yelling all over Monkey's introduction.
Yes.
So yeah,
Screw
Monkey.
you.
Yeah, Monkey, do you want to introduce yourself? Although I'm pretty sure people know who you are now.
Oh, I'd imagine so. The 4 people that watch this will know me from various places such as Twitter and possibly YouTube, and the pilot episode of this series about ranting about things that are stupid.
Well, we've hit a whole new level of stupid here today.
So while we're on off topic and we're talking about alternate realities, talking about this quantum suicide theory, and your thoughts, considering the meme recently is that we live in the best timeline.
Well, I don't know. I've found 2 articles this week. One is scientists assuring people that we're not in an alternate reality where Trump is president. And another is a website by the name of Hillary Beat Trump, where little butthurt liberals seem to be going to find a safe space from the Trump administration.
I had a quick look at that, actually. It looks quite
Right,
funny. It looks
died.
like...
That guy's comment there is like, in my universe, Hillary's campaign was blown out of the sky by ISIS, and a grateful world turned to Islam and became Muslims.
As opposed to this universe where her campaign was blown out of the sky by Trump.
Whoa, shots fired, literally.
It doesn't matter now. He won the elections. So, okay, the quantum suicide theory is this idea that when you die, your consciousness gets transferred to an alternate reality of you where you're still alive. And whatever just killed you didn't kill you, or you nearly avoided it. And you continue living until you reach the very end state where there are no possibilities of you continuing to live.
That's some bull.
I mean, it's entirely possible. I can't see any reason why it shouldn't be true, but if it is, what does it affect?
Well, I'd imagine it'd be every decision you've ever made and the world has ever made into that state has remained exactly the same. And then at the exact point where you die or don't die, the universes branch out and you basically get to the end of the track and then hop the track.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know the difference, would you? Because your consciousness would be existing in the brain of a person who's lived in a world where those circumstances never came to pass in the first place. So it's like it could be true, it could not be true, but it doesn't fucking matter either way.
Precisely.
I mean, I don't suppose, I don't think there'd be much in the way of evidence for this. It's going to be all sort of pie in the sky theories, isn't it?
It sounds like philosophy to me rather than quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what was going through my head. It's like there's going to be no evidence for this at all. So, it's like I'm sat here going, well, I like evidence. Evidence is always good. So if there's no evidence for something,
Unless
then
you're O.J.
my
Simpson.
response is, well, until there's evidence, I'm not going to believe it.
But
You fucking shitlord.
also, if we're going, just want to say something real quick about quantum mechanics. And you must remember, what, 6 months, was it 6 months ago? Might have been more recent than that. But it was that video of Justin Trudeau explaining quantum mechanics to a room full of professors and losing their minds about how amazing. I was like, I saw how quantum computers work on a documentary once. It's like he watched something on the Discovery Channel and regurgitated it to a bunch of people.
Well, is that not what we all do?
Isn't that the very definition of mansplaining?
Quite possibly.
Especially when...
I was going to say, was there any women there?
I don't know. It's STEM.
Oh, so not many then, if any at all.
Yeah, even so, though, that has to be at least honorary mansplaining when he's talking to fucking scientists.
Oh yeah, Justin Trudeau. He's a white nationalist, racist, KKK member.
Yeah,
I remember that story from a couple of weeks back.
Crying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, well, the rest of us are fucked if he's a white nationalist KKK member.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Isn't he the softest lefty Canada has ever known?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's amazing because he wasn't actually elected, if I can remember correctly, about the weird, far-off world that is Canadian politics. And they had a previous prime minister who was from a different party, and basically about part way into his term, he got ousted, and Justin Trudeau got put in.
Oh, so it's a kind of a Gordon Brown sort of situation.
Yeah, and a Theresa May situation, except for I seem to remember when since Theresa May's got in, people are going, we need a new election. She wasn't voted in. No such thing gets blurted out on the press for Trudeau or Gordon Brown, who sold all the gold for no money.
Well, having the inverted commas next in line to a political party that's in power inherit the highest office is kind of an emergency thing.
But the thing that makes
I
me
can
mad
see
about that is all the fucking cause to assassinate Trump, and I'm sat here going, what, you think Pence is going to be better?
Yeah, it was one of the things I saw. It was a several step thing about I think it was possibly how Bernie can still win, but the whole gist of it was like someone had set up about 700 hoops of fire, and they're going, if we can get this bike through all 700 of those hoops, it's going to work. I mean, we can get it through that one hoop. We can get it through the first hoop. That hoop would be, and then that's only 700 more times to do it. That can't be that hard, right? And so you just have this list of things like impeach Trump, impeach Pence, do 6 different things, call re-election, Hillary wins.
Wow. That is
weird.
the most fucking shamanistic cargo cult logic I have ever heard.
All right, here you go, Monkey. How do you feel about George Takei and Lily Allen posing up polls up on Twitter, and the moment that they start turning the way they don't want, they're like, nope, it has been hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
Alt-right trolls. And
Alt-right virgin trolls.
no, I think the best one I saw
in
was
George
today with
Takei's
Lily
one.
Allen. No, the one that I saw today was Lily Allen, and I almost commented on it because it was just funny. She was like, "The frogs have come out in force. They have hijacked my poll." And this was about
If
this was
it's
about 5 minutes after she because people were sending her screen caps of her poll after she deleted it, and she was like, "It's clearly photoshopped."
yeah.
And
There's one thing I know about Poll
yeah.
is that if there's anything close, anything related to Poll, you'll find frog memes.
But yeah, she
So
was
how-
just like, yeah, the frogs have come out in force. And my instant thought was, well, what the fuck did the French ever do to you?
Hey, no, my first thought is the frogs are out in force. What is this? Some sort is Trump taking the hardline Christian route with everything, bring it back biblical, back to biblical times, get the plagues over Egypt.
What I would like to point out is how the fuck does anyone hijack a public poll? It's public. You're not polling a specific group.
Well, no, it's what they're trying to do is only poll their their followers and stuff like that. The problem is that they have followers that don't actually believe what the shit they're saying. They're following them just to keep up on the bullshit that they're spewing.
So it wasn't there
And
that
so
poll a few years back.
They'll send the poll out to other people and just be like, "Lol, look at this, this bullshit."
Didn't 4chan
So
get
it's-
Milo pretty much to the top of one of the some magazines' LGBT Person of the Year award before when that got to a point, they were like, yeah, we're going to have to kill this now. And so they just killed the award there and then.
It's madness.
Yeah, she actually blocked me, Di. And I'm blocked by Mad Queen now.
So,
Why?
Oh, change the topic.
Okay,
Sorry, Di was saying that's why she followed Mad Queen. But yeah, she's actually blocked me on Twitter now.
So Gab, what exactly is it like being a sentient bit of fabric?
I'm sorry, I lost the joke there. What?
Alternatively, what's it like having cat's arm up your ass?
Well, yeah, because she blocked me because she put up a tweet about this the gender pay gap, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is posted like yesterday in an Iowa newspaper or some state in America newspaper. This wasn't 50 years ago. This wasn't 100 years ago. This was yesterday." And the thing turned the article said, I'll sum it up as men work more hours than women. So for the gender pay gap to become equal, we would have to pay men less. And we're not going to do that because we're for equality, not equity. And, that was basically the article. And I retweeted it after I saw it through Dolly. Dolly retweeted it. And yeah, I saw it through her retweet. And I retweeted it. And I was like, hasn't this fucking died yet? It's been debunked so many fucking times. It's just tiresome still seeing this being pushed. And yeah, Mad Queen just instant blocked me.
I'm surprised it took her that long, to be honest.
But yeah, she like instantly blocked me, but not before she checked out my fucking Twitter profile. And she saw that it's like on my Twitter profile, I'm like, yeah, I'm a gamer and I am now a YouTuber with my co-host, Mr. Mortal. And yeah, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm starting a school." We're like, "You conceited bitch." Also, I had the YouTube channel before I had the argument with you, and Mortal's name has nothing to do with Mr. Ruva because Mortal has never fucking seen your channel. Now get off your high horse, you narcissistic bitch.
And anyway, the arm up his ass is a coincidence.
Oh yeah, it's only there because I like it. Don't kink shame, bitch.
Yeah, just go
Yeah,
back to
so you are now you're no longer Mortal. You're now Sock Boy. Or Mr. Sock.
I may just introduce myself on the next game video in such a fashion.
So yeah, if we're going on about kink shaming, and going back to the polls,
Hey,
one of the tweets from George Takei following the hijacking of his poll, hijacking in quotey bunny is that it was hijacked by alt-right not virgin trolls, which I find quite funny as it's going back to that whole thing again where it's, oh yeah, the virgins are out in force because sexual shaming of anyone is taboo unless it's people we disagree with.
Yes. Yeah, more on your Twitter page, you should change your name from your your name, not your app, but the name bit. You should change that from your actual name just to Mr. Sockboy.
No.
See,
You should put on a really shitty Cockney accent and rename yourself Mr. Brother.
Yeah, see, the thing is that as much as obvious satire is obvious, many people would see that as an admission of guilt and not mockery. Anyway, let's get off our narcissistic navel gazing train because that's not what we're about.
No.
At least not on these streams.
I was gonna say we're at least having a bit of fun, and yeah.
Yeah, this is the fun topic stream. I had all the heavy shit.
No, you fucking did. You didn't have all the heavy shit at all. Gary had the heavy shit. Did you watch the second stream?
No, I got a bit into it and then I had to do other things, so I didn't get to watch all of it. I should probably go back.
Yeah,
but yeah. The second stream was really fucking heavy.
And we've completely drowned Reese out.
We have.
I agree.
What?
He's just sat there.
Like
with
you
some...
are allowed to jump in.
I'm a dangerous guest to have on.
I don't have a
You are. You're a very dangerous guest to have on.
I'm a dangerous person to have in the chat. I'm a dangerous person to have on air. It's a complete travesty, really.
Why do we keep inviting you
you're
back?
not sat there. At least you're not hyperboling at us.
I'm sober as hell right now. I haven't had a drink since yesterday. And yesterday meaning not 2.5 hours ago, or whatever it was. That doesn't count.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask.
24 hours plus ago. It was a long time.
What'd you do? Run out of money?
Oh yeah, that went ages ago. I then ran out of the beer that I had in the fridge since Monday.
No.
Yeah, I managed to make a 6 or an 8 pack of Beck's, which wasn't that brilliant. Last a whole week.
Who are you?
Well,
And what have
I
you done
can
with
make-
our monkey?
When I find money, I am buying whiskey.
Anyone can make Beck's last for fucking ages, though, because no bugger wants to drink it willingly.
Exactly.
It's like Cinzano Bianco. Once you get it on the table, you can't get rid of it.
Speaking of which, I actually have some wine in the fridge.
Have some.
Wine.
This has now become the alcohol stream.
I have that
we've
effect on
covered the
people.
we've covered the articles. If anyone wants to bring anything up, Monkey, you had a thing a couple of weeks ago that you wanted us to talk about. We never actually got around to it.
I can't even remember what that was.
Paris Barrier.
Oh yes, there was. It's a 2-minute thing to talk about, but there was a. It wasn't a wall that they wanted to erect around the lower levels of the Eiffel Tower, because if there's one thing we've learned from the last few months is that walls are racist. Instead, this is an.
I
aesthetic
put the
barrier.
link you sent me. In the Hangout chat. If somebody wants to read it out.
I'm watching the stream on the YouTubes, so.
Hey Tony, how are you?
Okay, I can. If I pull my mic closer, I can read it in my voice that I managed to drive everyone nuts with.
Yeah, well, so long as you drop the voice afterwards. No doing the rest of the stream in that voice, or I will kick you from it.
Okay then. So, this is from Bloomberg. Paris builds barrier around Eiffel Tower to limit terrorism. Paris to spend 20 million euros on a permanent protective barrier, and the city won't confirm that the glass structure is planned. This was written on the 9th of February 2017 by Gregory Viscusi. Paris is spending 20 million euros to build a protective barrier around the Eiffel Tower to replace temporary structures that were put up after a series of terror attacks. Sadly, the risk of terrorism hasn't gone away, Deputy Mayor Jean-François Martin said in a Paris press conference. It's not a wall. It's an aesthetic perimeter. Martins wouldn't confirm a report in Thursday's Le Parisien newspaper that a clear glass structure would be built around the tower's esplanade. The form the new structure will depend on solutions proposed in response to the city's call for tenders, he said. Temporary and removable metal barriers were sporadically thrown up in 2015 and have been in place continuously since France hosted the Euro 2016 soccer championships last summer. The new perimeter will include the space under the tower, as well as 2 ponds on either side of it, an area roughly 200 by 300 meters. It must be able to stop bullets and vehicles, he said. Tourists will be free to enter the area under security check, with permit required to go up to the tower itself. Martins said he didn't think the sight of yet another security measure in Paris, where fully armed soldiers on patrol have become a common sight, will deter tourists. What scares tourists is a lack of security, not security, he said. The new structure will be most visible and permanent change to the Paris landscape in response to terrorists.
Huh. See, that's a sad, sad state of affairs, isn't it? Because when I was in secondary school, we took a summer trip, like the curriculum in recent enrichment week, and I opted to go to Paris with the French class, and that place was a fucking riot. I mean, not literally, but it's like it was people just walk around, lean on the tower, fucking dipping their hands in the pond. It was just like open thoroughfare territory. Who the fuck is going to try and blow up the Eiffel Tower? It's famously overbuilt.
Team America, World Police.
Oh dear.
What? Oh, something wrong. Oh, we've lost Reese.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Did he have to go and do something, or? Oh.
Might have needed a cold shower after my recitation of that article. It doesn't help that I've still got a stupidly blocked nose, so.
Jesus. All right. Well, if everyone can still hear us, we're going to probably take a brief pause to see if our technical situation is in fact a problem.
Oh yes, Cat has disappeared as well. Oh,
Yep.
oh, there we go. Hello. Brief period of break is over.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. It
lost.
timed out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You back as
Things
well,
I find I
Reese?
can do with my voice.
Yes, I
Yeah.
freaking Chrome wouldn't respond. I had to restart my whole PC.
Yeah. You see, Monkey, your voice is just pure cancer.
Oh yeah. So are my opinions.
Yeah.
Sir.
Hey.
But yeah, your voice is just absolute pure cancer.
Jesus. So yeah, building a barrier around the Eiffel Tower is like, wow. It's not so much that anyone should be outraged by the fact that it's happening. I think is more concerned that it's a measure that people in authority who have access to the relevant information believe are necessary. That's the concerning bit to me. No?
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
boring.
you know, it's like if they're like sat there going, well, if we don't have this, it's much more likely that they're going to we're going to have some sort of attack at the Eiffel Tower itself. You know, that's concerning.
Well, I mean, you have to bear in mind that France has had a number of various terror attacks recently in the grand scheme of things, and whether you're gonna the merit of applying the word terrorist to, for instance, that truck incident is neither here nor there. It's like they've had a lot of deaths related to people of a certain religion or culture doing incredibly dangerous things for whatever reason and costing large numbers of people their lives. And that's the concerning part. No matter how you look at the imposition of a security measure, the fact that people feel the necessity to put such measures in place is what worries me.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's like but then if they do nothing, they get accused of fucking just enabling, and you know, more people die because they don't have any sort of preparations put up.
Well,
You know,
of
it's
course.
kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation.
Well, again, it comes back to what I said possibly the first stream, is that the big cultural problem we have, and political, in the Western world right now, is the massive political polarization. There is no political spectrum anymore. There's just 2 points.
Yes.
Yeah. And Reese, what's your thoughts on it?
I think it's freaking retarded. I wasn't here for the whole thing because, you know.
Yeah, it's all right. My connection dropped as well.
Basically, the Parisian authorities are putting up a semi-permanent glass barrier around the Eiffel Tower and requiring security checks to enter the tower's immediate vicinity.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
And people are upset by this somehow.
I really don't know what to say to that because I don't live in France and it doesn't affect me, but I don't really know.
Yeah, you know, it's like, but then you kind of wonder, like, how, you know, how effective are these checkpoints going to be?
Well, I mean,
you could have a little. You could have a terrorist in one of the little vans going, Allahu Akbar, freaking running into it, freaking blowing up. Yeah,
Well, that's
Oh,
that's
no.
kind of the point of the barrier, is that it's supposed to be bomb proof. It's supposed to be bulletproof.
How can a barrier be bomb proof? I don't get it.
Well,
Bomb
Yeah.
is
I would
freaking
imagine
bomb.
that they would build it out of a similar material that they build the the
The
military
Nazi super weapons.
bomb disposal units out of.
Mm.
Well, it's bulletproof, bomb-proof glass, and I'm presuming the security checkpoints themselves will have like turnstiles and armed officers. So it shouldn't be easy to just walk in there with like
They're gonna have water guns.
I mean, exactly how easily can you hide an explosive about your person that would be big enough to damage the Eiffel Tower without looking mightily suspicious indeed?
Or walking
Well, it
like
doesn't
John Wayne.
necessarily have to damage the Eiffel Tower, though. It just has to cause enough destruction to sow terror. So
Yeah,
it's like it can not damage the Eiffel Tower, but like kill 5 people and injure 5 more.
Yeah, but then again, like the article said, they're going to have security checkpoints with armed officers, and you got to figure that some of those armed officers will be like fucking counterinsurgency types who've served time in war zones, and police specialists who've like specifically been trained to search in a non-intrusive manner.
Yeah, as Tony's just said, like every country is at a high state of alert. Paris has some serious atrocities in the last year, so he can understand the reasons behind it. So yeah, I can understand the reasons behind it. I'm just wondering how effective it's going to be. Whether it is going to be effective or not.
Well, the thing of it is that the way I read it across the news recently is that the majority of cases whereby a terror attack has been successfully carried out have been the result of lax security or incompetence. So if they've got the right guys on the gate, it should be perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's whether or not they do, though.
Well, you'd think a city like Paris, considering what's happened in France this last couple of years, would be damn sure of that.
Yeah.
But like I say, the thing that concerns me is the fact that it's come to a stage where we feel it necessary in Europe to start fucking putting up bomb-proof glass walls around our landmarks. And you know what it's going to happen? It's like it's just going to shift the target ultimately. It's like instead of the Eiffel Tower, it'll be, I don't know, they'll find some famous French philosopher's house and blow up the fucking coffee shop across the street. It's just anywhere where people will congregate.
Yeah, well, that's that's kind of the whole point. Is that yeah. Sorry, I just got distracted by Reese's comment in the chat. I'll read that out in a minute, Reese. Okay. I'm now worried because I haven't actually read it yet, so I don't know what it says. But yeah, nope, it's gone. What was I saying?
I don't know if you've.
I can't remember what I was saying. Reese, you bloody derailed me.
In a slight
I'm
tangent.
sorry. You can shoot me.
I was scrolling down Twitter and I noticed your announcement tweet for this stream was this week in Arabic.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you've actually had a stream announcement that hasn't been in another language. I think it's gonna turn into Sesame Street at this point, where tonight's episode was brought to you by the language Arabic.
A is for Allah Akbar.
But it's like the first one was in French, the second one was in I can't remember. Last week's was in English. The announcement for last week's stream was in English.
Is Twitter trying to censor you?
No, I think it's just going
I
to.
I just find it funny that it's like cycling through the languages to post it up in, you know.
It's just going for the most widespread language in Europe.
This week's episode of Sushikat Rants is brought to you by Finnish.
It could be next week, actually.
One suicide bomber.
I'm pretty sure we're all going to hell. But
Yeah, that's only if you believe in that there's a hell.
oh no.
But yeah, what I was actually trying to say before I got terribly, horribly distracted by Reese's comment and then
Oh, you're gonna
my
laugh.
tweet being posted up in weird languages, is that, you know, sowing terror is what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare us into joining their religion. You know, and this has been fucking confirmed by their imams and stuff like that. So,
I admit it, I'm
you know,
an infidel.
to to attack to attack the general population is how they best sow that terror.
Here, we're
So
gonna
they're
bomb
going
this
to
so you might
target,
learn.
you know, so they're going to attack like large population centers, like you know, like Tony said, with the transport systems and stuff like that. You know, having armed guards in London's tube network being visible and stuff. You know, they're there as a deterrent as much as anything else.
I guess that's true. But I mean, if you've got people who are willing to kill and die over fucking points of pride, as much as I see it as that, then they're not going to give a damn thought to what you have protected. They'll look for something you haven't, and they'll find a point to hit you. Not that I'm advocating that nations shouldn't be protected. They absolutely should. But you have to wonder at the efficacy of those kinds of measures when you've got an entire nation to protect at once.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a shame that it's come to that. It's my point.
I got off the tube on Wednesday in 2 copters with machine guns were patrolling the platform. Oh man, it's awesome.
But not really. You know,
you know what I mean? The machine gun part. I like automatic weapons.
All Restore was automatic weaponry and like jizzed in his pants
It's
a little
illegal
bit.
in this state though. I can only have semi-autos, but
it's like Reese is just getting a little semi there for the automatic weapons.
You don't see officers patrolling with machine guns over here. You see rednecks patrolling with machine guns.
You should fit right in then. Bit of a redneck yourself, aren't you?
No. It does suck having the last name Bird though, because everyone thinks that you're related to the KKK leader Bird, which is really annoying.
So Reese, in the chat here, in the Hangout chat, you posted a comment. Would you like to read it out?
Yes, I will. This is from one of my this is actually from my math teacher, on her Facebook account. And I kind of knew it from when I first saw her that she was like a feminazi type, because of her short hair and stuff. But it says I copied this.
Don't be shitting on the short hair. I had short hair until recently.
I copied this post from one of my teacher's Facebook accounts. This is my response to someone who doesn't agree with the women's marches happening all over the world today. I am fine with those of you who don't agree with it. I don't expect everyone to have the same beliefs as me. She's probably talking about me and my friend, but the world would be a dull place if we all thought it like that. If that's true. but please at least read and understand the rational. Wait, I don't know. I can't even freaking say that word. Behind the thinking of most people. Parentheses, not just women who are attending. These women's marches are happening all over the world today. Many women who showed up share the same privileges and rights that they show up for the women who don't, because there are some women here in the US that actually don't have control of their own bodies. I guess they live in Saudi Arabia now, depending on their circumstances. And our perceived control can be stripped by legislators whenever they so choose. And many of them believe that it should be stripped away. And we've elected a president who doesn't treat women as equals, but more as objects. So there's that. But I digress, or whatever the freak that says.
Yeah,
If
digress.
the people digress, whatever, shut up. If people with the privilege and rights don't show up for the people who don't have them, then who will? You know, the media coverage shows, you know, that media coverage shows the most something. I'm not gonna.
Flagrant, unabashed
Okay.
protesters.
Okay. Thanks for the input.
That's
Most of the
all right.
women. Most of the women, men, and children who were there aren't like the people on the news. They are people who care about the state of our country, who want to hold our government accountable, and who are showing up for women's rights here and around the world. And the Constitution affords them this right.
Yeah, absolutely. The Constitution does allow them to go and have a peaceful protest.
Yeah, not people throwing freaking crap at windows.
Yeah, you know, and then you have groups like Antifa who rile up the protesters, and that peaceful protest turns
And
into
they
a
have that
very
little
unpeaceful protest.
poor child Madonna about how she wanted to blow up the White House a few times.
See, that is just the most first world problems way of looking at it ever. It's like, okay, so you're doing a fucking women's rights march in the United States, where by all legal measures there's no difference except
No,
except when it comes to things like divorce and like child custody and what have you. And
which is heavily weighted towards to favour women
Oh God.
rather than you know, rather than having any sort of equality between women and men.
yeah, but it's like, what is it going to change? It's like you can't actually genuinely believe that the government is poised to roll the clock back to the late 1800s. And what can your
Well, no.
government do about the rest of the world apart from bomb it into oblivion again?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised she made any sort of comment about women across the world, although I suppose that was kind of a little tag on the end there. It's very rare for them to bring up
The one thing I like.
women across the world in any sort of sincerity. Sorry, what was that, Reese?
Yeah, the one thing I like about her though is that when she comes into the classroom, she keeps the politics at home. She doesn't carry it on. She doesn't be in a bad mood over it. I haven't noticed that. And she doesn't treat me and my friend differently because we are conservative.
Good.
That's one thing.
Part
Yeah.
of her job. She shouldn't be treating you any differently because of your political views. And you know, you said she was a maths teacher.
Yes, math.
Yeah, so she shouldn't be bringing politics into the classroom anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is like a Facebook page thing you said, so
Yeah,
totally unrelated to her work. See, this is a good regressive leftist.
yeah, and you know, it's like she'd probably be at least relatively fair.
Yeah.
You know, if she
I
doesn't
mean,
bring it into the classroom and stuff like that, then she'll probably be relatively fair on, you know, if you actually debated her or something like that on it.
yeah, when she
You know?
said that you know, the world would be a dull place, and I am fine if with those of you who don't agree with it. Yeah, she's not like one of those people that goes like, if you don't agree with me, I'm gonna freaking kill you. So
I mean, that's
Yep.
just an example of the political spectrum coming in. The thing that I've been constantly saying is slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, she doesn't sound like she sits on the extreme fucking tub thumping left.
yeah, now it's just like, even on both sides, it's just like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
It's just a slit-shinging match at this point, and I'm glad that there are people who are willing to open the dialogue, because there's precious little of it left.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the reasons why I had someone message. I posted up a thing yesterday saying, tomorrow I have this stream today. And I had someone respond to it, which I know is politically different to myself and to most people. I think everyone that's been on the stream so far. But yeah, they were like, well, what is it? And I explained, and I said, yeah, you know, it is open to anyone. Anyone can message me and say, yeah, I want to join in. I want to give my views. And, you know, it's like, I'm not going to sit there and go, no, you don't have the, quote, correct political beliefs for me to have you on the show. It's like, no, actually, I want people that will disagree with me on the show.
Well, like with Die last week, for an example. Because
Yeah, you know, it's like,
as much as you get on, there was plenty of points of contention.
yeah, you know, it's like, I quite like that I don't agree with everything that, you know, that, you know, say me, myself and Di believe, or, you know, it's like I've mentioned Dolly a couple of times before, and, you know, Dolly and I
Yeah,
are
like in my stream earlier.
very different in political beliefs. And I love that. And I also love that, you know, it doesn't become a, oh, you're just fucking stupid, or, you know, it's not fucking attacks on each other. We'll attack each other's opinions, which I have no problems with. You know, come and attack my opinions. Come and challenge my opinions.
It's when you make it
You know, and
personal that things get sort of iffy.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I don't, you know, it's like, if someone's going to get personal, I'm just going to start trolling them because, lol, you know.
Yes.
You know, like, just because that to me is funny. When, you know, when someone like sits there and they starts attacking me personally, that's pretty much when I've gone, well, you've lost the argument. So at this point, I'm just going to have some fun.
Well, on that note, I'm going to disappear for a few minutes while I replace this glass and what have you. Talk among yourselves and try not to bite, kids.
Was it Di says? No spitting?
Yes, no spitting.
Seems like a very specific rule. No spitting. Seems like there's a story behind that.
I think I have that.
I'm not sure. Di will have to explain it. That Di is like, oh, please troll me. Drag me behind the boat. Yeah, but the difference is, Di, is that you'll actually engage me with arguments and points.
I gotta go pee.
You know, you don't just sit there and go, oh, you're just a stupid bitch, or, you know, that I'm right, you're wrong because reasons. You'll actually engage in a debate and an argument. You know, that's why I don't troll you. You know, when we disagree, it's like I'll actually argue with you and put my points across. You know, it's like I don't want to go water skiing. I don't have a boat for that. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, it's like, and I would absolutely love to get Dolly on here at some point. I really would.
That'd be entertaining. That'd be good.
Yeah, it would. It would be good to get her on here. And you know, when I say that, yeah, and you know, anyone wants to fucking call me out and test me on it, when I say that I will be willing to have anyone on here with a different view, That includes people like Mad Queen and No Response.
That
Which
would be
Spencer?
amazing.
You know?
Like, I would love that. It'd be really, really, diverse and fun. Not just
Yeah,
all the
you know,
people with
it's
the
like
same views, just talking. It
yeah,
gets
so
old.
I would have them on here. You know,
But
I doubt they ever would because subscribers is important.
Did someone
apparently.
just use the word diverse correctly?
Yes.
Yes,
Bloody hell! Haven't seen that happen in
me.
months.
Ages. Yeah, ages.
I mean, just like my friend Adam, the one I always talk to. We're both conservative, but we both have different beliefs on like homosexuality and gay marriage and stuff. I don't care. That's them. They can do what they want. He's like, no, it's just weird and it's a sin, because he's like a Baptist and it's really weird. I think the Baptist religion is just really, or whatever it is just really freaking retarded. But I have crap about my beliefs all the time, like the more than one wife thing,
When you said
which isn't true.
the more than one wife thing, could you elaborate?
Yes, I'm a Mormon, and that is a false thing because we're not. That's only fundamental Mormons. They're very different.
Yeah,
They don't-
there's more than one group of Mormons, and I think it's the majority group that believes in singular marriage.
Yeah, majority,
And then you have
way
the
majority. Yeah,
yeah, and then you have the fundamentalists
yes,
who
they
are
have, like,
polygamous.
30 wives.
Hey, I have returned.
Hey, welcome back.
Are we ragging on Islam again?
No,
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 we're actually
Mormonism.
ragging on Mormonism.
Oh, yeah, Mormons. They've got some fun rules.
But
yes,
yeah,
they
we were discussing the difference between the majority Mormons and the fundamentalists.
Well, I mean, when you get right down to it, Mormonism is like, it's like Christianity cherry. Yeah, it's like it's a weird fucking unpopular flavor of a religion that isn't selling all that well, but has this weird dedicated fucking following.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
It's
but
like the seasonal burger at McDonald's.
yeah, it's like here's a thing. It's like, okay, we're all going into Yahweh's fucking burger joint, and everyone has their fucking drink, and it's that one weird fucking franchise that's got this peculiar fucking flavor of Christianity.
yeah,
Although, have you seen like the Prophet's Address or whatever,
which
like their
prophet?
annual
I'm
annual
loving
meeting in
this.
Salt Lake City or something?
I'm loving this for the simple reason Reese is a Mormon.
Oh, hello. I will not retract anything I said. It is a very peculiar branch of Christianity.
I will. And see, the thing is, I love that you said it's a branch of Christianity because it is, and I debate this with people all the time. It is Christianity.
But at the same time, living
yes,
prophet,
it is kind of a weird one.
ugh, I'm sorry, but I can't trust in even the first thing about a sect of a religion that still has a profit making living word of God.
Yeah. I guess.
That's my only beef. It's like Catholicism, fucking richest sect of any religion on the planet. It's like they've turned around comparatively recently in my eyes with the latest pope, but I still don't trust Catholicism as a whole because it's a fucking franchise business.
See,
But that's my 2 cents, and I'm an agnostic, so you can fucking ignore me all day because I don't know what I believe.
so if you have, say, a living prophet, and then they got brought into a debate with someone, and this is assuming they are a bona fide prophet. There is no hyperbole involved. They are the messenger of God. What happens if they lose the debate?
I don't know. They're probably gonna like kill themselves or something.
Satan wins. That's what happens.
It's like, would God just go, shit?
Oh God.
What's wrong about that?
Oh me, I'm
That
wrong.
actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, if the current inverted commas reigning prophet Smith loses a theological argument, the resulting paradox will cause the entire universe to cease to exist, dogma style.
Yeah, because God was then infallible.
That sounds like a great setting for an RPG.
Oh my god.
I'm sure it would be if some. Actually, somewhere in my collection, I have a D20 expansion, a D20 modern expansion called Rapture.
Wow.
You can play as a Swiss guard, or as like a mujahideen, or a Jewish Kabbalist. It's really fucking funky to read. I don't imagine it's a great deal of fun to play.
You would have to really understand the religion that you're playing as, though.
Well, thankfully, the book actually contains 2 sections that detail the geography, topography, and inhabitants of both realms of divinity. And it pulls from all the common elements of the Abrahamic faiths. So it's like, this is what all the what Christianity, Judaism, and Islam all agree on when it comes to heaven, hell, and demons and angels.
God, I hate Islam.
It's like the Abrahamic supercut. Why can't we just like get half like the world and just go right? See this book here? Yep. This is collated. The highlights of what everybody believes.
No, it's like the religious clip show.
Take this. Use this instead from now on. No more fighting.
It's like, this is the book that we have put together from all the parts everyone can agree on.
Religious
That's never gonna
war.
happen.
Hey guys.
It's this really beautiful pamphlet.
Yeah, guys. Religious war. The epic debate between the epic debate on what God's actually called.
It's a little deeper than that. But...
No, we've got a new one. That's not up to date enough. The new religious
We have a new
war.
god.
No.
His name is Response.
It's the religious.
Is that we have a new
nice.
god? His name is No Respawn.
See,
Yeah, I
don't know if
did
that's
hear
taken-
about that, Reese.
I don't know if that's taken the steam out of my
He's
joke.
gonna
but
just
that's-
make his
that was
own.
good.
He's just that into himself. I think he'd make his own Bible for himself. About
Why
how
not?
he owns
Mr.
everything
Smith
in
did.
Fallout.
Shots fired.
You know I love you,
I
really.
think the religious war
Yes.
for 2017 would be not people arguing over the name of God, but rather God's pronouns.
Oh, yeah. And his gender identity. And sexuality.
I identify as a water bottle.
Whoa, did you just say God was a he?
I'm assuming using the gender neutral usage of he, as in referring to a person of unknown gender or identity.
No, you see, that's sexist in and of itself, and therefore you are a terrible, horrible person, and you should be punched in the face for Nazism.
Blame the language, not me.
Well, is this how through thousands of years of evolution of the language, where there were once terms for men, women, and then generic, women sort of had theirs shortened a bit, and men just had theirs dropped to the point where they just became generic.
Maybe.
Like you had that point where you had
I'm gonna tweet David real quick.
man, woman, and
It was man,
child.
where man, and with man.
Yeah, and then you had child as well, which was often referred to as boy,
Was it girl?
whether they were male or female.
Was it girl?
It was just. Was it girl?
I think
I
it was
thought it was
girl.
boy.
And then
It's just a matter of convenience, however you say it, though. I mean, language is fucking language.
Yeah.
It's the intent behind it that is or is not the problem.
Yeah, but then it's like they're like, oh no, you're using sexist gendered terms. That means you're a sexist and you're a bad person because you're using gendered terms.
yeah, you shouldn't call your baby
You
a he or a
don't know.
she because it hasn't grown up enough to
Yeah,
decide
it hasn't
its own
learned
pronouns.
to speak. Yeah, what is it? It hasn't. Your baby hasn't learned to speak, therefore it can't tell you what its pronouns are. So you shouldn't refer to it in a gendered way.
Fuck off. If it can't speak, it can't understand what we're saying, so it can't be hurt by what we're saying. Yeah. What it can't understand can't hurt it emotionally. Fuck off.
There are times when I wish that was true of liberals. You just don't understand, therefore it can't hurt you.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. That's returning to Mormonism for a moment, because it's actually a fascinating topic to me, because it demonstrates so many elements from so many different places, not just other religions. I actually managed to read a good chunk of the Book of Mormon because Kat was being courted hardcore by some elders.
Oh yeah, they really.
Oh God.
Join up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of them can be really, really nice people. Most of them aren't really nice people, but God, they don't know how to shut up.
Yeah,
what gets me
they
is
were really after me. They really wanted to. For me to join
It's
up.
the fact that they are
going,
really, really determined people. They're stubborn. It's really weird, actually. My dad had to run them off before even he believes in religion.
It's like, I'm a Mormon, no, fuck off.
Exactly.
Guys, you've already got me. You can go.
A friend of mine
to that involving
a friend of mine at school. She had a couple of Mormons, and she was sick and fucking tired of them coming and banging on her door every week. So one week she was like, "Yeah, you can come in. Don't worry, we're just finishing up a satanic ritual in the basement. You are a virgin, right?" They blacklisted her address. They never came back.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's kind of excessive.
That's exactly how you get them.
What bothers me is that we have like 22-year-old elders. It's like, seriously,
yes.
you're taking that title and you're using it unironically. I cannot take anything you say seriously, no matter how sensible or reasonable or how much sense it may make to me. You have come in here with your fucking peach fuzz and your shiny school shoes, and your fucking name badge says Elder Wilson. Get the fuck out of my house, you pretentious prick.
Your magic underwear.
I take it that they're just that Mormonism is like Subway or McDonald's, in that it's a franchise, and so they just happen to be the franchisee that said, you know what, this area doesn't have a Mormonist church. Doesn't have a well, it's not being patrolled by any Jehovah's Witnesses, so there's a lack of knocking on doors. So they just apply
didn't witness anything.
They just apply to Mormon HQ, and one of the wives there sends out the Mormonism starter kit, and they start their own Mormonism, including gloves that protect their knuckles from knocking on doors,
God, I hate you so much right now.
You should have known that when you brought up Mormonism, we were going to take the piss
Yes.
at you.
Yeah, I know.
See, that is the thing I've noticed though. It's that where you find Mormons, the Jehovah's Witnesses won't be far behind.
They really
And
won't.
when the Jehovah's Witnesses
They're
have
like
got a
harassing
neighborhood
us.
cornered, the Mormons will move right on in. It's like this is the most polite religious war I have ever experienced.
It's a religious task force.
Oh God, can we have more of this, please?
Yeah, it's like, this is a religious war that I can get behind.
Frequently on the sofa with a cup of tea and some biscuits.
Yeah. That's what we need to do, is convince like Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses to start selling cookies.
Mormon Scout cookies.
It's like, come to church, we have cookies, and you know it might work. I just look forward. I just look forward to the day when, like, there's a knock on the door, you go to answer it, and there's this lovely chocolate-colored man with a really interesting beard, holding like a platter of curry and various fucking poppadoms and dips. Like, hello, my name is Sanjay. I would like to talk to you about Shiva. It's like, please, I would let that man in. I would talk to him for 3 hours, and I would have a lovely fucking dish of curry, and I might even
You
go
guys should
to
go
the
check
fucking
out
meeting.
what I tweeted to Davey.
Oh dear God, what have you done?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
This is going to be good.
Oh, you're not dragging us into shit, are you?
Okay,
No.
for a start, you could have at least put B in the first question.
Shut
Can
up.
somebody send me the tweet? Also,
Would
I
you like
changed
me to
the
your-
name. I changed the name of the stream, guys.
Oh.
Oh no.
Mormon
nice.
Scout cookies.
Well, it's a step up from gateway drugs to Nazism. Maybe
That's very true.
that is Mormon Scout cookies.
Screw you.
Yeah, can somebody send me the tweet? I don't seem to have it.
Oh, the Anti-Defamation League is now a template for Shitpostbot 5000. Thank you, Shitpostbot. You never disappoint.
All right.
And that was my fifth bottle of water in the last 2 hours.
Which shitpost bot are you looking at? Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter. I don't Facebook.
Probably just as well.
Either.
Is it the which one is it?
Is it? Yeah.
Anti-Defamation League has nice hate symbol database. That's brilliant. I love it.
So yeah. Vikings tweet to no respawns. Would you like me to be your prophet? You know, for your Bible, you're going to make on how to make Fallout 4 and own all of it. Reese, welcome to the Bad People Club.
Yeah.
I must not be following Reese.
that-
This should be rectified.
Yeah, rectified.
Do you actually look at Twitter?
Yes.
Only when I get him into a when I get him into a tweet war and a little GIF war.
Oh my God, dreadful.
Hey Gary, welcome to the stream, Han.
Hello, duh. Yeah, I'm gonna be like them. I'm gonna.
But yeah,
Hey, I have a question for you guys, for the British people. If you hear if you hear an American, do they all sound like this to you?
Nope.
I swear to God.
no,
Are you
but you do
serious?
all have an accent.
So, no,
I don't
because
have an
we're
accent. You have a
very
freaking accent.
I don't have an
we are
accent.
very consciously aware that North America is a very big fucking continent, and that there will be regional variation. Contrary to popular belief, Englishmen can tell the difference between New York and California accents.
Canada doesn't count, by the way.
Yeah, Canada doesn't count. No, we can tell when it's a Canadian talking because the top half of their head flops from side to side.
Their cars have square wheels on them, of course.
Yeah, what's all this about, eh? You
The square.
You be
the
dissing
square wheels.
square wheels on our cars. We make it the old-timey ways.
Well, the square wheels are for digging into the snow.
Oh god. This has pretty much just become a drunk stream now, hasn't it?
Yes.
I'm so bad.
It has
we
been very
we
fun.
covered the articles. Now we're just fucking talking shit.
Yes.
Yeah, anyone watching the stream as a video after the fact, feel free to leave at any time. We have nothing left worth talking about.
I just want to hear about how everyone in my general regional area flies a Confederate flag. Or drives a truck with super loud mufflers on them.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before, that they fly
It's
Confederate flags.
Yeah, we have a whole festival based on mules. To this town, mules are our saviors, apparently.
The Confederate flag celebrating 150 years of racism despite the odds.
Oh man, you're about to trigger me.
It has to be more than that. I mean, there was a serious cultural and political divide between the North and the South that was more than just slavery is bad. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I really wish I hadn't used that now.
Yeah. Here you go, Gav. There's Gav putting the re in Reese.
Be quiet.
I'm trying, but he doesn't seem to have violent enough reactions. I'll have to try to get even closer to home.
Okay.
Well, Gav, you probably shouldn't be riling up the other kids, okay? It's a not very nice thing to do. You gotta be more respectful, okay?
You're about to make me open up OBS and record this. Because I know how to use OBS.
I would just like to inform everybody that I have only ever seen 2 episodes of South Park. The rest of what I know about it is just absorbed from, like, you know, pop culture knowledge.
Yes. South Park is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I don't know. I never went in for the direct, crass humor. It's like,
I have to say,
shit jokes never got to me so much.
Yeah, I have to say that South Park's, you know, after 9/11 happened, they had that episode where they are just completely ripping on Osama bin Laden. That was kind of needed. You know, at the time, that was kind of needed. They needed somebody to not be quite so serious.
Yes, the World of Warcraft freaking episode was amazing. Funny, it was amazing. I watched it like 80 times. I've actually tried playing World of Warcraft before. I can't. I just can't. It's too much.
See, when I did watch South Park, like 98% of it, I was sat there like either going, ugh, that's just gross, or I'm bored. But when it was funny, it was bloody hilarious. And I hear on the grapevine that it's matured and got a lot of meta humor recently, which I might look into it, like starting from series 10 or something.
Well, they have
going to like season 20 is mostly about it's ripping on Donald Trump and is really freaking hilarious. And Canadian immigrants and is really funny. Like how Canada built the wall.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a brilliant thing, because of course we talked about like illegals hopping from the United States to Canada on the first episode, didn't we? And it's like I can well imagine that South Park would be like, okay, Trump's been on about this fucking wall built at Mexico's expense for his whole campaign. What if we flip that shit around and make it Canada that does it to us? And I was like, you know what? That actually sounds like a pretty fucking hilarious concept.
Oh, it was really funny. Yes, seriously, it is really, really worth it. It is like the funniest episode ever.
No, I tell a lie. I've seen 2 or 3 episodes of the actual TV series, and then I watched the movie.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yeah, and that was funny.
Yes,
I think because it was like long form humor. It would introduce a concept, get a chuckle out of it, and then like run it for 20 minutes and then forget about it. And then later on in the movie, it'd come back in a big way, and that was funny. And of course, Satan being Saddam Hussein's bottom bitch was that got me a few times.
And today was like the the like 80th time I've watched Sausage Party. So
I saw a tweet today, and it was like a picture of the movie listings at a cinema.
Have you seen that too? The
And
Sausage
the
Squad
top
and
one-
Suicide Party.
Yeah, it was like Sausage Squad, and underneath it was Suicide Party. I was just sat there giggling.
Yep. The ending to Sausage Party was the best because it had a whole bunch of freaking food having sex.
See,
Also
I think
really
that's
funny.
the major cultural divide between most of the English-speaking world and pretty much everyone else, is the way we deal with things, the way we handle tragedy and controversy and dispute of any sort, is we let it simmer for 2 weeks and then we laugh at it with absolutely no apology.
Yeah, it's like everyone else sort of goes like, "Oh my god, I'm going to be outraged for months," and we sort of just sit there, just quietly simmering, and then explode into a great big ball of laughter, like just tearing it apart. We're just like, "Nope, you know what? I'm not going to be angry at this thing. I'm just going to take the piss out of it until it goes away."
And we seem to have lost that art to a certain degree recently, and it's making us depressed and angry.
I've posted a link in the chat. I don't know if you want to pull that up or anything.
All right, in the Hangout.
In the Hangout chat. I couldn't put it in the chat.
yeah, there's 2 Twitter links.
The bottom one.
Well, Reese, you have officially called down the wrath of the gods on yourself.
Oh, what's the wrath of the gods? Oh,
I just finally caught up with your link. Yeah, white people are so problematic, I should leave America. Let's weigh my options. Kekistan shall prevail.
Yeah, Kekistan shall prevail.
Pakistan shall prevail.
Kekistan.
this is
How about Pakistan?
just this Twitter account. It's a load of reposts because the original author got banned off of Twitter for these, and all of them are just golden.
See, it's just that undercurrent of irony. And why do people no longer understand irony? Why is satire suddenly a direct attack?
Yeah, it's like either they take satire literally and they're like, yeah, this is a good thing, or they go, oh my god, they're attacking us because satire. satire is such a bad thing. You're not allowed to use satire anymore. It's racist and sexist and homophobic and transphobic and whatever other phobic or
Oh
ism
my
I
God.
can think of.
I get called that every day at school.
Which one?
What? Oh,
I'll sum it.
All the
I'll
above.
sum it up for you.
All the
Yeah,
above.
I'll sum it up for you, Reese. You get called the worst insult of all. You are a cis white male.
But he can't be oppressed, Cat. He's a minority.
What, Mormon?
Well, I mean, Mormons are a minority religion, right?
The rednecks are so idiotic in that school, they don't even know what a freaking Mormon is. So I don't even tell them. No, they won't even understand it. I don't even tell them. I never bring it up. But
You know, I don't blame you.
You mention a shotgun and they go like, "Oh yeah, I had one of them at home. I shot 2 slugs out of it yesterday," and you're all good then.
Jesus.
You're like a side character for The Walking Dead. It's brilliant.
They should cast me, bro.
I don't know.
I'd love to be on The Walking Dead. Just have like a really stupid death scene. That'd be amazing.
What? No, because they are never going to top Glenn.
I mean, I'd go spoilers and whatever, but because I've just finished season 5.
I'm not a redneck.
No, but it's the southern accent.
Oh God, the poor bloke who plays Rick Grimes is an Englishman, and he gets so much shit for mispronouncing things.
I know. My mom. That's my mom's.
Carl!
Oh my God.
It's like, dude, he's trying so hard and he's acting
he
so
pulls
much.
A great American accent.
He's been doing it for 7 years now. Just think about it that way.
I mean,
But Norman Reedus, though. Is it Norman? Is that his name?
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
that's
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah,
it's certainly memorable. But yeah, I don't know whether it's the man himself or the character, but I've forgotten his name.
I need to get my mom in here real quick.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name.
I like that. And Reese is like, my mum has opinions on this. I'm gonna get her on the stream.
Oh no, no,
Yes.
you don't need parental figures.
Oh,
She's gonna come in and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Daryl Dixon.
Daryl, thank you. Daryl is just awesomeness.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come here.
What
Why is her favorite character on The Walking Dead? Why do you think he's hot? Why do you think he's hot? What's hot about him?
We can't hear her, hun.
You gotta talk louder. Yeah, you do. Yeah. An Indian what?
Give her the headset.
Mom, are you
Yeah,
high?
come on, give her the headset so she can
Yeah.
she can speak. She can join us.
Okay. Al, don't freaking stop me. My mom's abusing me.
Wow.
Hello.
You know, I think that's the first time that someone has brought a mum into
It's not muted
the stream.
anymore. Don't freaking talk. Yeah, I'm done with you. Get out. No, I'm joking. You're
Hey, don't be
watching
rude
that
to your
porn
mum.
show. Shameless is a porn show. Yes, it is. It's soft porn.
Like, yeah,
Because-
we are corrupting your son with terrible, terrible, horrible tentacle porn.
Tentacle porn.
Fresh from Japan.
to watch Sausage Party. You skip to the last part of it. It's really funny. Please, I'll show you right now. You need to clean your room.
Well, I think this is another tangent. If Andrew Lincoln is the person who plays Rick Grimes.
Yes,
Well,
he is.
there he is. Oh, yeah, I've never seen a man overact like that and yet still be convincing.
At first, I thought he was American.
Nope.
Oh, come
I
on.
know that. Now I know that. I've been on him. Come on.
Nobody with an accent that thick can be from the country that they sound like they come from. Yeah, nobody sounds quite as Texan as someone who's an actor trying to portray a Texan character, for instance. But yeah. Anyways, that we are so far down the proverbial rabbit hole of this tangent. It's unreal.
The tangent is so large that it's actually warped gravity, so that this is the main route of the chat. Everything else was a tangent. This tangent is so large.
Laying the groundwork. Oh my god, the tangent has shunted us into an alternate reality where we have nothing important to say.
Charming.
Case in point.
But yep, this is all now an alternate reality stream.
I swear to God, if you say it again, I will come to your house and I'll freaking slit your throat.
The fuck?
What? What? Nothing.
The hell are you talking about?
Oh no, I was just talking to this person on Instagram who sent me a death threat. Like always.
Oh, well, think about it like this, hon. If they're sending you death threats, then they're clearly not intending on acting on it. Because
I was joking, but
what
but no,
fucking asshole would send a death threat?
Last year I got at least 50 of them on Instagram. At least 50.
Well, you must be doing something right then.
Yeah. No, I get them off from posting about Trump and how there's only two genders.
There are only two genders.
I know. And someone DM'd me with a Google Images thing about how there's like 79 genders.
No, gender expression and gender are not the same thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we back on this again? It's the evergreen topic.
Guys, can we all just think about how Kat used to be a feminist?
I think he was interrupted.
Oh my god. What? I just dozed off right there.
You getting tired, hon?
No, a little bit. I drank a monster earlier.
What excuse do you have to be tired? What time is it over there?
Always tired.
I just 10:49.
Haven't you noticed?
Well, maybe we should think about wrapping it up then.
Yeah,
10:49.
I know.
10:49.
It's well past little Reese's bedtime.
You are.
Shut up.
You are pandering to the American demographic here with your time slots, Kat. I was like, oh, it'd be nice to just have a chill out on a stream and have a chat with some people. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's only 10 to 4 in the morning. And you've got Reese over there, living it up in America, getting a bit tired, had to have a monster.
No, I had one actually way earlier at like
10,
Yeah,
10:49.
he had it before we started the stream.
Not even 11 o'clock yet at night.
Well, maybe we should fetch him a bottle of warm milk.
Man,
And a cookie.
I drank like
Hey, I
water
would kill
bottles,
for some-
and I think I have diabetes, so don't judge me.
So yeah, guys, should we wrap it up and do our final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Who wants to go first?
Me, I don't like you guys anymore.
His final thought is just like, no, fuck you. You're all horrible people. I'm not your friends no more.
I will hex you all.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
And I'll close out by saying, if you are a Mormon and you do happen to bake some very good cookies, please get in touch. I would very much like to try them.
Don't get in touch with my mom. Her baking sucks.
Yeah, we can mail the cookies to the universe next door, where things are actually much worse than they appear.
Or we can mail them to the alternate reality where Trump is president.
My final thoughts. We've all seen a lot of stupidity tonight, but we have to remember and be respectful of the fact that there will be people out there who genuinely believe these things. Please, if you find such an individual, don't mock them. It will only make the situation worse.
Mock them.
Yeah. Do not mock the Mormons.
The big warm fluffy blanket, and then a scroll.
You know what, Monkey? You're really trying to get in a fight with me right now. I'm gonna. Oh.
Have we put the Ree in Reese?
Damn it. I was going to do that. Oh, well, I guess Kat gets to finish up the final thought segment.
Yeah. That my final thought is, if you think you're in an alternate reality, maybe, just maybe, you should go and change your meds.
My ADHD medicine is too expensive.
Well, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Not really. I've been made fun of.
Thank you,
made fun of
Reese,
for like
for
2
being
hours.
here and putting up with our incessant abuse.
Yeah, screw you guys. I'm going home.
Going to prom.
So, I have been Sushikat, and I hope you've all had a fantastic day or night.
I have been Mortal. I hope you found this half as amusing as we did. Please visit those links.
And I have been
They
the
will be
punching
in
bag for the last
description.
3 hours.
And I have been Monkey, and I'm not sure why I'm still here. But it's been fun. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.